Welcome back, guys. I started the stream back up again. Hardrocker87 won't be streaming right now, just since his internet quality is really low at the moment because of people using it up at his place.
It's kind of stormy out. We got kind of busy usage on the internet right now, which is fine. But we're just gonna go with the flow and get some more action for you guys via Deadgamer streaming.
I am losing control.
Well, you really did lose control there, girl.
More fury.
The soul stone seems stable now.
He is. Can you feel the key?
Can't hear treasure goblins. I need to turn up my game.
Okay. Oh yeah, majority of people, what they do when they start up a stream is they usually have, like, for example, how we have our streaming community. People post like a message, hey, I'm streaming now if anyone wants to watch or something like that.
Yeah, what we need to do is we need to start figuring out how to do, like,
promote our
figuring out
community.
ways we'll set up events too, like where we do.
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's something
we could
easy to do.
We could do different Diablo events, like we could do like
how
you know,
like I did the Dishonored speedrun event.
Mhm.
Yeah, well basically you just gotta think what time that you're free and then just make an event for that day. For example, we can just do streaming events for a period of time. People can look at past events for a community.
Oh wait, we don't need to go in there.
It's the barracks. Have you looked at what the problem could be for what the problem might be for not being able to link the stream?
Do not give up. We must drive these demons back.
The only thing I can think of is that I'm not the owner of that community.
But are you the community owner for the new? Are we?
Yeah.
Cause I don't. Fuck, I'll have to fiddle with it later. I'll fiddle with it later myself. You can probably try looking it up if you wanted.
Because I've looked through all of the different options on both things and tried everything, and I can't do it at all.
Can you hold the could you hold the fort? I could probably take a real quick look.
We can look later.
Okay.
I'm not streaming right now anyway, so
if you want to go take a look, you may. Or look at it.
Yeah, I mean to interrupt your stream to take a look at something that we're not even going to use right now just doesn't make much sense to me.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I don't.
The hero I've been hearing so much about. Well, you have.
Yeah, now we're actually having a challenge in losing health compared to the previous difficulties.
Yeah, this is like right where I think we should be.
Yeah.
Where we're not able to just tear through things, but
we're not getting one hit KO'd, and we're not hitting through everything, but you know, we still didn't take any damage. So it was basically just a bullet sponge. We were just basically fighting bullet sponges.
I need fury.
yeah.
I'm looking it up right now about the live stream.
Not enough fury.
Broadcast settings, user guide. Is that an event up there?
Of course.
I was looking at the map right here. Is this an event?
No.
Okay, what is it?
There was something here we had to do. It was a mission. There was a giant thing we had to destroy right here. We're just cleaning up the mobs that are going to follow us across the map. Ooh, almost got smashed.
But yeah, whenever we take a break, like you need to go use the restroom or I need to use the restroom or, you know, whenever we take our break of gaming to go get things together or you go get yourself drinks and that stuff. Or vice versa. I'll look it up then, because I actually have it looked up. I have it looked up right now, just I'm not reading it. Or at least I'm glancing at it. Master Carnage right here. With my hit per second and my life per second, I'm pretty much immortal. As long as I'm attacking someone.
Kind of nice, isn't it?
Yeah. And with the passive ability, I will know if someone can one-hit KO me, and I can easily get out of that battle. Because this allows me to walk through enemies, because I can't naturally walk through enemies yet.
I need fury.
Yeah, I can't wait till we unlock the cube, because then I can put that power on. And then I won't have to worry about getting stuck in the middle of enemies.
Yeah.
I have the teleport, but I hate it because sometimes it'll just end up screwing me more than it helps me, because it'll teleport me into the middle of... It'll teleport me into the middle of another group of enemies.
Yeah.
And then I'm just surrounded by even more enemies. And I'm like, oh man, now I'm kind of screwed.
That's probably because usually with teleporting, usually with a PC element, they have it where you hold it and you place it where you want to teleport. Or you click it and then you click where you want to put it. Or something along those lines. Is usually how games allow you to teleport.
If I remember correctly, you hit you like hit your button like four or whatever. You hit 4 and then click where you want to teleport to.
Yeah. But with the console, you kind of can't do that without, you know, almost fucking yourself over. So you basically just have to luck it.
Well, like I can kind of control where I'm gonna teleport to. Like I can tell which direction I'm gonna teleport to.
Oh yeah. Going back to.
But I gotta go salvage all my stuff real quick.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna head back to town real quick. Take a look. If you're yeah, I guess it's only community owners then. If you want, maybe make your own community. That's basically named. Maybe we should make our own community where we're owners of each, but like one's more themed towards you and one's more themed towards me. And then we can have a mutual thing. And we'll link ourselves to our personal communities. Because your audience will be able to access a community you own. If you are a community owner, select the checkbox for Enable Community Link to have communities appear on the live from PlayStation broadcast screen. Your audience will be able to access a community you own. What do you think? Us own our own communities that's linked to our personal community?
Yeah, that's fine. We could do that, but could we set that up like later?
Yeah, later, of course. Not now.
Okay.
I'm live. It'd be kind of a dick move, but I decided, hey guys, you guys watch here as I set up a new community and customize it to fit my personal needs. Oh hey, then you can also make your own background to the games you enjoy more than like Wasteland. Like you'd probably put Wasteland 2 on like somewhere in your background or something like that. Well, I haven't really enjoyed the game I haven't enjoyed it enough to actually enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Oh, there you go. That's what I was waiting for on this one. That one's gonna be awesome. Now I see the
Holy
other
fuck!
one.
I have no use for it anymore.
See, I have it with my frenzy. There's a chance that I will put a piercing axe throw in, which is pretty badass. Which is what that ice block thing is when it flies towards an enemy. Oh yeah. So yeah, with my second account, I mainly sent you the friend request. So if you ever see like both my account online, but I'm not accepting any friend, I'm not messaging or anything like that. But if you see the second account online, that means I'm recording, and that's the main reason why I'm not, answering anything.
Okay.
I figured that'd probably be best.
Yeah, that definitely makes it easy.
I'm only going to really use it though for the Walking Dead series, and then everything else I'm just going to do on my main account, so you can actually reactivate me as your primary, so you can start playing some of the games you wanted to play, or have BioShock and Fallout and other games that we both own as on your system and be able to play when your internet goes to shit.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I was thinking about buying the new Assassin's Creed game.
Odyssey?
Yeah.
If you buy it, I'll play it and I'll stream it. If you want to take my money, you may. The money I have on your account. And use that as well. Because I wouldn't actually mind playing it, but I'm not buying it first. Like, I'm not going to pay full price for that.
Yeah, I wanted to look into it a little bit more and watch a little bit on it. Kind of watch somebody play it.
I don't like it or dislike it. I just fucking hate that it's an RPG. Because that's like the only thing I don't like about it. So as of this moment right here and now, I don't like it because it's an RPG. Assassin's Creed is not an RPG. But hey, maybe it'll be a lot of fun. But I don't know. I'm not paying money for an Assassin's Creed RPG. I might pay partial price, like for the $12 that I have on your account. If you use that, then I don't mind. Hell, if you have full money for the full game, maybe use my $12 to get like a past standard edition or something like that. if that works.
I don't need to go back. Yeah, like I said, I was thinking about it. I kind of feel like you on it. Like, it's not PC wasn't originally
Like,
being on PC.
I've taken a look at it. Like, I've seen, like, my recommendation feed, like, parts of the game. It looks interesting. I've seen the trailers. Fuck the trailers, that's all I have to say. The trailers are horrible. Like, that one live action / CGI trailer. Holy shit, that was like a blast to the past on the graphic with how it looked. It looked like, Green Lantern looked better than that. That's all I have to really say. The movie, not the show. Well, not the movie, not the comic books or anything like that. You know, the live-action movie with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
You know, I never actually really had a big beef about the Green Lantern movie. I didn't really care that it looked kind of shitty for the costume. It looks better than, you know, what we were used to with CGI. It looks better than most, like the Scorpion King from whatever movie it was that I forgot, but I watched.
I don't know. I don't really have an opinion because I didn't really sit down and watch it, search within it. But I've never really followed the Green Lantern. I never really cared about the Green Lantern. Everyone's like, Green Lantern! I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I never really cared about the Green Lantern either, and I only watched the movie because my dad offered
I've never, like, followed the Green Lantern. Green Lantern could probably be a cool fucking thing. I don't know. I just never really...
I've actually heard about and actually looked into a little bit about the Green Lantern story, and there actually has been a Green Lantern show, and it was actually pretty interesting. The Green Lantern's pretty interesting, but pretty boring. It's kind of like a Star Trek type of thing. Unless you're interested in it, you're not going to really want to watch it.
Ah, makes sense.
Like, it'd be cool to watch Star Trek, but I'm not really interested. I have other things I can watch or do, so I'm not going to really watch it. I might put on a video that talks about it, or I might keep listening to a like a stream that's talking about it. But I'm not going to really want to sit down and binge watch it. Like, if it gets put on Netflix, or if it is on Netflix, I might throw it on just to have some background noise.
Right, I get you.
That's basically how the Green Lantern is. Basically, a lot of his story is you go protect aliens or Earth. Well, you protect aliens, and then you bitch about other lanterns from different cores. That's quite literally the plotline for all the Green Lantern show, like animated shows. There's not really much about him. Looks like he has
I know his powers and his ring.
all that. And it's actually kind of interesting, but it's not too interesting. Like, it's interesting, but not interesting. Like, I remember watching it, but never really wanted to sit through and binge watch the episodes. It was just on, so I watched it. Killed him. He dropped a lot of what's it called? Oh, my internet quality's going low. Uh-oh, Cheerios. I want this ring instead. Back for a second. Train. Tempting. Very tempting to take this, but actually, I'm taking it. I might regret it later, but I'm taking it. It will. It actually doesn't really matter. I don't care. That was what we just talked about was the exact reason why we started streaming. Started to stream when we played video games, because we just talk about random shit as we play video games. And so we can have random conversations as we stream, so people are interested in the stream more. Because, you know, you don't see just the game, you also hear other things we talk about. Because we will have the most random conversations.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, this fun here in June. Can't wait till I'm back up to a higher level. Here we go. Nice, movement speed.
God damn it, that's a bad habit I'm gonna have to break for this game, but also have to regain in other games.
You kind of adapted to fit both. It's weird, or at least I did. Like, it was weird.
Pick up common items that just get dropped.
I need fury.
Yeah.
Like, it's just part of who I am. I like grabbing everything I can from it. Oh shit! I stopped looking at the screen for a few seconds. And I looked back and saw that my character was on his final line. Okay, fuck, shit, Ted, I'm about to die. I might die. I'm getting the fuck out of there.
Oh, dude. Get out of there.
Okay, I'm back at full health, but... Okay, I'm frozen again. Yeah,
Just stay out of there for a minute.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay out of there.
I'll get these guys. Yeah, that's why you don't turn off your screen in the middle of the dungeon. Oh, you're gonna freeze again.
Yeah, if I get frozen, it's kind of, I'm fucked. Because that immediately lose my source of healing and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Which, that's actually how I like building my character.
That's partially why I was saying earlier to make sure that, like, I make sure to kind of keep a little bit of a balance of life per second and life per hit. So when I'm not hitting, I'm still not completely fucked.
Kind of like how I have a ring that has a life per second and life per hit.
Yeah. I know some people build more per hit, more per life, and it's fine. Like both are, like I was saying earlier, both are equally good. I just kind of like per second get a little better.
Yeah, like per second's really good. They're both really good, and they're both good in your own way. And it's very good to balance the two. And depending on where you're going, depends on what you would want more. For example, if we're going to be going in with enemies that freeze us, I'm going to be wanting per second more, or I'm going to want to be paying attention more to the game itself. And, paying attention to the floor.
We're going to kill him. We're going to kill Adam's Madame. Oh no, this is the siege breaker.
Oh, this is the guy I need for the complete this. No, but it's the guy I need to do for Oh shit.
For your season progression.
Did he just eat me?
Yeah, he's trying to eat you.
Did I taste good, sir? Did I taste good?
He thinks your taste is meaty.
Make sure I can still hold my ground right here and just keep doing hits. My per second and per hit is really helping. I'm waiting. Oh shit! I'm waiting to not use my whirlwind until after I have other enemies around, so I'm not, wasting my fury. Because my fury at full really does a lot more damage. Oh shit! I should probably hit. I keep forgetting that my triangle ability will actually freeze enemies in their place. Because it's the earthquake. What the fuck is that behind me?
I'm gonna start.
Uh-oh, he picked me up again. At least he doesn't do it. At least I don't take a lot of damage when he picks me up. And so I can avoid a lot of aerial effect damage. He does do a lot of damage when he throws me down like the ground, but it's better than nothing. better than dying because of the area of effect. Because usually my life per second will heal me to full.
Yeah, I'm trying to take out one of these human health rays, or the got one.
But yeah, why I like to keep an eye on my whirlwind and frenzy, like whirlwind until I have my frenzy near its low and about to reset. Just because then I can keep a good time on a good time between taking hits and healing myself with a hit per second. If that makes sense.
It makes sense.
The game's a lot more interesting now. That's for damn sure. Come on, no. The only thing that sucks is that my frenzy keeps resetting every single time it picks me up. Oh, I got a trophy.
I know.
Hell yeah, I will.
Uh-oh. And when we accidentally equip something, I keep forgetting that I should compare before I equipped.
Oh man, I feel really bad right now, Vinny, because I just thought of it.
What?
Before you mass salvage your items, make sure that you pull your gems out.
Oh yeah, I've always made sure to do that.
Okay, good. I was
Oh, I'm not done with you, dumbass. I did that once by accident. I was like, oh shit, that was a good gem. And immediately hated myself for the rest of that day.
okay, good. I mean, it's pretty like, you know, one time you're like, oh shit, where'd all my gems go? Ah, fuck, I salvaged them all. But, because I just not getting more items, and I'd hate for you to. Okay. Oh, I thought it just gave me the gems back. The salvage pieces that you get. It's kind of weird that you wouldn't take the gem out.
Okay, I think it would have been a better concept where you can either pull it out at the gem guy and you'll keep it exactly the same, but if you salvaged it, you get a worse version. Or if it's a level 1, then you lose it. Something
Like a
like that.
downgrade of it. You get a downgraded version of it would have been, yeah, you know, something like that would have been nice. Because to me, it's kind of like, what happened to the gem? Why wouldn't you pull the gem out? Like, anybody that knows value would have fucking chipped out, like, at least part of the gem of some kind. In the process of breaking down the material.
Where is it? Oh, I'm wearing it. Okay, cool. Let me see though. Life per second. Yeah, I'm looking through everything right now I have. Okay. Mass salvage.
Unless I'm wrong, I don't know.
Oh, you don't get
your wrong.
About getting your gems back from salvaging?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get your gems back if you salvage them by accident. I've done it. Remember, I just stated about how I did
yeah,
it
okay. I know. That's right. I don't know.
Because I accidentally lost the gem. It was like a tier 2 gem, I believe. It was square. It was a square gem. That's all I remember.
So like a tier 7 or 7 to 9, depending on how quality it is. Oh, Benny.
A square is a tier 3. What?
See, this is the axe. Ah, this is the axe. Do you want me to send you a list of your couple set bonus and stuff you can get?
if you
Or
want.
do you want to be surprised? I could just show you this.
Surprise.
I could just show you a picture of this two-handed axe that you could get. Because it's pretty much the one that you kind of want.
It would be cool to take a look at it, but I'd rather be surprised.
When the moon.
But then again, if you show me what I'm looking for, then that'd be cool.
It's just stats. It's not really
I know.
giving away any set stuff. It's just stats. So I'm gonna send you the screenshot real quick.
I won't be taking a look at it though, because you know, stream. So what's with dying? Oh. Never mind.
I was gonna say, don't do it.
Like I was wondering, like what's with dying, and I took and I was like at a weapon.
Where you at? Where you at, Vinny? Come check me out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna die unless I have a complete set gear that I'm not gonna switch out at any point in time. Because even with what the dying does, it doesn't do much that I can see. You look very weird.
You don't see this on the ground?
No. On my screen, there's nothing on the ground.
Oh. On my ground, there's the Immortal King's Boulder Breaker.
Well then. Oh, I don't see it.
It's a two-handed weapon that's the size of you.
Sounds like fun.
Alrighty then.
Did I ever tell you about the weirdness between Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3? Via how they did damage reduction? Well, armor and all that?
Yeah, we've had a conversation about that in
Okay.
previous
Oh yeah, I
streams
think
before.
I don't know what Fallout 4 is. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, that's his needs of your surfaces. He's gonna rape you.
Like one thing that I've been doing is just putting random shit, like some of the gems I like, onto my guys, and whenever I get back, I always make sure to go to my socketing thing and unsocket thing before going and salvage.
I have need of your ample services. Drag yourself out of whatever carnal corner of the burning hells you lounge in, and bring your daughters with you.
Yeah, once you start getting into legendary gear, you don't have to worry about it as much. It's
Yeah.
kind of nice, but
You don't really
at this
switch
low
out
level,
legendary
it kind
gear.
of.
That's what I've noticed. You don't really switch out the gear you're holding.
Not,
Unless it's like
yeah,
better.
not really.
Not enough fury.
You don't really get a lot of better shit once you find what you want.
You cannot stand before me.
That's one thing I've noticed.
Yeah, you'll kind of hit a little walls where you won't really be upgrading your gear, and then you'll find a couple pieces, and then you won't really be upgrading your gear, and then you'll find a couple pieces.
Yeah. Or like a ring that's like way better and an improvement on what you have. You just equipped it.
Quite honestly, the hardest things in this game to come across, in my opinion, are the rings and amulets.
Yeah. That's one thing I've noticed as well, is I haven't really been finding a lot of rings and amulets. So whenever I find an amulet or a ring, I usually equip it. Right now I'm a...
You want me to tell you the best way to do it? Just
what
for
they
in the
have?
future? So you know how you can make rings and amulets in your blacksmithing?
So basically pull a Skyrim. Make a fuck.
Kind of, basically. But what you do is you make a ring in your blacksmithing, and then you go over to the cube and you upgrade your legendary, upgrade to a legendary, you upgrade it, or reforge it into a legendary, and then you upgrade your rings that way. It takes kind of a little bit of grinding and some mats, but you can get some good rings that way. And
Okay,
then
that's something good to know, but
there's a couple of ways. I can show you a couple of things with the cube when we get higher level to kind of get a couple of pieces of gear that you might need.
It's honestly better to show me that when I actually have the cube. Otherwise, I might remember it and I might not, or I might be curious about something and I remember that you told me about it before, after asking or something like that.
Yeah, I think it'd just be better to just run the cube with you while you can actively look at what's going on and what's being talked about.
I can't wait until I get the cube. So when do you actually get the cube?
End game. It's called end game.
Oh, end game.
Except after we beat the game and we start doing the after beating the game, there's other stuff to continue doing. That's where we start doing a lot of more, like, I think, fun stuff.
I do like how you can actually still drink your vials even if you're frozen. That has saved my life a few times.
Yeah, that vial is nice.
Yeah. But like, you only get, like, sure, you only get one, but it's still really nice. Really.
Yeah, you get. I mean, the cooldown could be a little. I think there's a way.
It makes sense.
I know for sure that there's a potion you get that you can swap out with it that's better.
But slower?
No, I think it's actually quicker.
Ah.
It's like a better. It's a better.
Like a better,
it's an
just a better
upgrade.
version? Like an upgrade?
Yeah, it's just like a better. It's like an upgraded version of it, basically. It might be the same, but I think it's better. I don't know. But I know there's a way to upgrade it. I just can't remember what you have to do to upgrade it.
So I like the Necromancer a lot, just because he's a main hit per second, and also like other things like per minion you have regeneration or damage reduction and stuff like that. Really nice. But I honestly don't know how I would like him, just because I haven't played him as an actual character. I just got teleported.
I kind of like the Necromancer myself.
Yeah, like from like, is that an enemy that teleports me?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so.
So have you noticed the little names underneath the name of the minions that we're fighting, right?
Yeah, the Hellhide Tremor minion.
Yeah,
yeah, I've noticed
and then underneath it says Wormhole Frozen Pulse.
Yeah, that's like one thing I don't pay attention too much, but that's what I'm starting to pay attention to. Like
Yeah,
you mentioned
that's
about
stuff you're gonna. Yeah, that's stuff you're kind of gonna want to pay attention to a little. Not, I don't know. I don't pay attention to it too much, and I don't have too many problems. But it's just, I kind of got used to just paying attention to more of what they're showing, like what they're, how they're fighting and acting and the auras and
yeah,
stuff
that's
like
basically
that. Like,
how I'm gonna learn it. Is by like, oh, these guys teleport you around, and it's the blue thingy that flies around and teleports you if you get hit by it.
Yeah, when they got the red spike, like a little circle with red spikes that spins around, that's the reflect damage one.
One game I've been thinking about getting is the Alien Isolation game. Been trying to platinum run it.
That was kind of cool. I didn't get to personally play it, but I watched it played a little bit, and it was cool.
Yeah, I've watched people play it, and it's really interesting.
You're gonna get annoyed, though, if you don't play it where you can control the background noise, because if you're not careful, like, even just Peanut being in a room and barking can
Yeah,
kill
I
you.
heard, yeah. I know. Supposedly. Then again, some people, you could probably fix that problem via just unplugging your mic. Like me, I could just pull my microphone out, then I don't have to worry about microphone level. Unless it goes by controller.
Yeah.
Which in case, well, my controller kinda squeaks.
Unless it's part of the platinum is to play with those features activated through the whole game.
Well, then again, my room is pretty quiet.
I mean, I don't know for sure if it is, but I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if it was one of those, make it through the whole game.
I heard people talk about it, but honestly, I don't think it's an actual
shit,
feature.
I can't believe I made a wrong turn.
Holy shit, yeah. Like I heard about that
Dad,
feature.
I'm gonna teleport back and then take this path. That's the thing.
Like,
Look at
I've
that.
heard about that
I'm
feature
way
as
over
well.
here.
Like, I've heard people talk about that feature, but I honestly don't know how true that is, because I know I've seen a few YouTubers who've played it and just speak at normal volume.
It actually, no, it does. I've been in the room when it's doing that. Like, you gotta actually be quiet, like, cause it'll pick it up. Like, kinda like how we're talking. Like, imagine, you know how, like, hey Ben, can you hear this right here?
Yeah.
Okay. So that means that the alien can hear this right here. So if anything kind of makes a noise a little bit in there, the alien's kind of
If I get the game, I'll try. I'm gonna.
It's gonna know. Like that's what I mean. Like it's one of those things. Like it's not like it actually is kind of cool. It makes it like
Yeah,
kind of
it's cool.
It adds a whole different aspect to it that most
If
other
I get
games.
the game,
I think it would be cool if other games added that kind of thing to it. And if you had a camera, the camera is actually really cool because you can use the camera to look around corners and stuff like that. It's actually got a lot of really cool features.
Use the camera to look around the corners?
Like if you have the you know the PlayStation camera,
yeah.
if you have the camera set up and you're like sitting in the camera view, instead of like you know what's it
doing the manual lean, you can lean and lean and it'll pick it up and then lean with it.
Yeah, it'll pick it up and it'll it's kind of cool.
Well, I move around a lot, so like me having it would be cool,
that would
but like
probably
sometimes
be a little bit of annoying for you then.
Cause yeah, like I sometimes just like for example, right now I'm on the floor sitting with my back against like the seat because of how I want to sit. I'm a weird sitter. I will change my position, and so if the camera picks that up and make my character move, I feel like I might be running through the game at one point with my character constantly leaning to the left.
No, it doesn't work like that. It's like when you're it's like when you run up to the corner and you're trying to do the fucking, where you look around, where you peek, and you kind of just stick your head out real quick.
No way.
Instead of having to do the button motion to do that, you can run up to the corner and like, when you're, fucking in cover, instead of having to do the button motion to peek out, you can just kind of use your head and peek out as much as you want.
Honestly, if I ever get the game, one thing that I'm definitely gonna do is stream it on the hardest difficulty, blind.
Noise.
I'll hate myself afterwards, but you know, screw it. So should I be watching when I combine gems? Like, should I be paying attention to me combining gems, or should I not worry about it?
Should you be watching what?
When I combine gems, should I pay attention to when I do that, or if I do it?
Gems?
Like when I start, yeah, with the gems.
What happened?
with combining gems, should I be paying attention to when I combine them? Like, is there anything I should really worry about upon combining? If I just basically combine them all to the highest.
Okay, so the only thing that I would there's two things I would suggest, which I'm pretty sure when I say this, you're gonna be like, yeah, I figured that. Is when you upgrade to the next one, make sure you're not screwing yourself by missing out on socketing all of the stuff and like being able to socket all your gems. Cause me personally, I kind of feel like there's not too much of a difference between having a flawless and a royal. Like, so I upgrade all of my stuff to until I have a ton of royals, and then I'll kind of swap them out with the flawless royals from time to time. And it's like I said, it's because it's not really, to me, much of a difference. Like, to miss out on 3 gems to get 1.
Yeah. I was mainly asking since I didn't really know if there'd be anything I should be paying attention to as I'm doing it. Like, one thing I've noticed with socketing gems is that you want to be paying attention to what you socket them to, because a weapon has one thing, a helmet has another, and others have this one thing. So like a weapon would have a damage, a helmet would have a bonus experience, and other would be plus strength. And so you want to pay attention to what you're putting it on.
Yeah, that's basically that's kind of up to you, really. Some people, it just kind of depends. Some people put different things based off of other things. I like to throw at least one of the highest resistance gems into a couple of my pieces, like at least having 2, because I'm very huge on resistances. I feel like if I'm taking less damage from shit that normally eats me, it makes me feel more powerful. Like, I don't, because armor only does physical damage, if I remember correctly. So I like to be able to also take damage from elements. So I'm kind of big on resistance as much as I am armor. I always put vitality in just because I also like extra life. And then I tend to finish off with like some gems that have whatever class I'm playing, whether it be barbarian, I'll put strength in. If I'm playing a wizard, I'll put intelligence in. If I'm playing like a demon hunter, I'll throw dexterity in.
Okay.
But it's kind of like people do their gems differently. Just kind of depends on their what they like.
Yeah.
Some people like to throw the damage to elites in. I like to throw the critical hit damage. And I like to throw the critical hit damage and the life per hit in there.
When do you actually start fighting the elites more often?
When?
Yeah, like when do you start fighting them so often to the point that damage to elites is actually important? Because I've yet to find it even like remarkably important to put it on or think about putting it on.
It's end game stuff.
Okay. Because
when we start doing rifts, when we start doing the rifts, the higher level rifts will spawn, and the higher level difficulties spawn more elites, more elite packs and things like that. So you really, and like when you get more towards the end of the game, we will pretty much eat through the normal trash. We'll start calling them I'll call them trash mobs just because they are trash. We'll start eating through trash mobs, and what's going to be difficult for us to fight is not these guys. We're going to like 1-2 hit these guys, but we're going to come up to elite, and that's where it's going to be like what it's taken us to fight with these guys.
Okay. That's what I kind of figured. That was going to be something involving something else where elites are the only thing that's really taking us, giving us difficulty.
These poor things live in eternal torment.
Yeah, it's weird, but to me, it's like the game while you're leveling is totally different than when you're playing a fully leveled character.
It makes sense, because, a fully leveled character is just going to get, whatchamacallit, while the other one's actually trying to level. And when you're actually trying to get the power levels, or whatever they're called, you're focusing
Paragon.
on... Yeah, Paragon. Oh yeah, did I tell you about my... Did I show you my YouTube folder?
I think I've seen it.
Okay, good. I'm pretty sure I sent you a screenshot of what's in it. But yeah, I'm planning on at least doing a playthrough for all of those games. Or at least, like, showing it. I also plan to do live stream live stream each of the PlayStation Plus games. Laser League, maybe not. I don't know.
Your presence pleases me.
By the way, I'm on level 2.
Every step brings you closer to my embrace.
Oh, okay. I was just killing some of these elites.
Yeah,
the elites are also the ones that are the only ones that'll have the chance to drop. Actually, no, I think that's false. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say that.
Say it because I might have actually seen something that confirms it.
Huh?
Just mention what you're saying and I'll tell you if because I might have heard what you're talking about, but I don't know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, I was gonna say I think only legendaries will only drop off of elite mobs, but at the same time that's not true because I'm pretty sure on my seasonal character I'm gonna have to actually want to look back through them and watch because I'm pretty sure I walked by and I fucking hit one of the weapon racks on the side of the thing and it dropped me a set piece.
Well, keep an eye on that. But I've been randomly just, if I ever see like one of the weapon racks or anything like that, I always make sure to fuck with it, just so I can see if there's anything that drops.
I always just do it because, why not? Yeah, I need to get my teleport so bad. I just hate that move. I think I actually get one of my sets when one of my sets allows me to move through enemies unhindered. You need more time to get your shit together. Get it all together.
Like, one thing I've been thinking about doing is a Skyrim and a Fallout 4 playthrough, and doing all the DLCs that I can. Like, that's one thing.
So I had a rethink of our Skyrim thing.
Okay, what about it?
And I think you'll find it more interesting.
Fuck, dead. Never mind. Go over it. Continue talking. Safe now. Almost died.
I was trying to save you. And now I'm gonna kill these guys. So, what if we see who can get to the end first? Who can beat it first?
Wasn't that our thought already? Without fast traveling or quick save? Well, fast traveling, saving, or anything like that. So it was one thing we brought. That we were going to be doing it kind of like a competition.
Yeah, I didn't think we were doing a race though. I thought we were just going to see who could get farther without fast traveling. I didn't know we also agreed to the
Well, we kind of said who could beat. We kind of said who can. Let's see which one can get farther, but also let's see who can beat the game faster. Because we were planning on doing it as a one-sitting stream, but